My updated foundation routine. I have recently discovered a foundation that is literally my holy grail foundation, and I do not know how I ever used foundation before this one. I'm going to be showing you guys how I apply my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation. I recently picked this up, I think it was about a week ago I got it, and it is the most amazing foundation that I've ever used. I've used so many foundations, I've done so many first impressions on foundations, and literally, no lie, I've been wanting to try this for so long because I've heard so many people talk such amazing things about this, and they are all correct. This is the most amazing foundation, like I said. You guys will see how it applies on my skin and the full coverage that it gives, and it literally feels like skin on my face. It doesn't feel like heavy, thick, cakey foundation, which I hate that about foundations. I mean, I love having full coverage. I love looking flawless, but the only downside to wearing foundation all the time is that you can feel cakey or look cakey or just feel greasy and thick. And if you guys wear foundation and you try them out as much as I do, then you know what I'm talking about. But this is just the most amazing foundation, and I'm going to show you guys how it applies and all my other foundation routine steps included with this. I will have the link for this down below. You can get it at Target. That's one of the cheapest places to buy it, and I will have that down below. It's very difficult to find your perfect shade, so I would recommend going into the store and testing them out on your hands or something like that along those lines, because if you do order it online, it's a little bit difficult to match it up with your skin tone, or look at other reviews online of people who demonstrate it on different skin tones. But without me rambling and going on with this video, here is my foundation routine. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to start off with is my moisturizer, and I've been using the Realogy moisturizer recently. I got this a long time ago, and I've just been trying to use up most of the moisturizers that I have in my collection, so I rediscovered this and I have been really enjoying this. It's very moisturizing and it's been helping out my skin, and it says to apply a pea-sized amount to clean skin, and it's supposed to help, I guess, get all the bacteria and stuff out of there, and it's made with coconut milk, and so it's very nice for your skin. So I just put some in my hands and put it on my face. And I've used a lot of moisturizers recently, but honestly nothing like this one has really, I feel, moisturized. It's kind of just sat on top of my skin, and then it won't really sink into my pores and really help hydrate my skin. So I really like this one for that reason, because it does. Then for foundation, that is basically the star of the tutorial. I have been wanting to try out this foundation for the longest time, and I just feel like I could never find my right shade, or I was just skeptical or hesitant on if it was really going to work, because I've seen so many people try this out on YouTube and they are just obsessed with it. So I finally got a chance to get it, and this is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup, and it has SPF 17 in it, and I am in the shade Light Ivory. And it might look a little bit light for my skin on camera, but in person it is just perfect. I don't have a makeup line. It blends right into my skin. It looks like my skin. It has full coverage, and it is just literally the most amazing thing. And sorry for the lighting if it kind of changes colors on you guys. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to film in my room, because I have yellow walls and it just doesn't do anything justice. So I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match foundation. And what I've been doing is just putting some on the back of my hand, maybe about like this much, and I will put it on my skin like this. And this always reminds me of my mom, because when I was younger, she used to always like put her finger on the tip of her foundation and like flip the bottle back and forth and like put little dots all over her. So when I randomly started doing this, I was like, why am I doing this? Where have I seen this before? My mom. So I will just put all of it on my skin, and then I always have a towel nearby because I hate leaving the product on my skin, because sometimes I'll forget it's there and then it's just a mess. I have been applying it with my e.l.f. powder brush, and this is just a flat top brush that you can get at Target. It's really inexpensive. And then I just kind of pat it on my skin. And I just love that this foundation feels like nothing. Like when I blend it, it literally feels like I'm just rubbing a brush on my skin. And most foundations that I've tried, when I'm blending it, you can totally tell that you have foundation on, and it's just like you're rubbing so much product onto your face that is just disgusting, and it feels so gross. So I really like that this isn't like that. God, it just literally works wonders. And I remember I had tried this a while back and I didn't like it at all. I think they like reformulated it or something. I don't know. It's wonderful. Okay, so once I have that on, I will go in with concealer, and as always, I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear concealer, and it's literally almost gone. I'm really, really sad. But the same with that, I will just take a little bit on the back of my hand. I honestly don't use that much because a little bit goes such a long way. And I'll just pat it underneath my eyes. And this concealer is like the most full coverage concealer I've ever put on my skin. I feel like most concealers, you put it on, it looks really good, and then throughout the day it'll just kind of like fade away and you're just like, what? Like, I know I put concealer on, but this stuff is literally amazing. And then if I have any leftover, I'll just kind of put it on areas that I need coverage. And then I'll wipe that off the back of my hand. And then for a little bit extra coverage and then just to set everything, I use my MAC Studio Fix powder. I'm in the shade NC20. And I have been using a Real Techniques buffing brush. This brush is just amazing. And I'll use that and put it underneath my eyes to set my concealer. And then I'll put it on my T-zone because that's where I get the most oily. And then I'll just kind of dab the rest on anywhere that I need. Then for bronzer, I have been using my MAC Nude On Board Pro Longwear bronzer. I've used this in a few videos. It's just an amazing bronzer, and it's, oops, that's not the brush I want. It's a really, really good for pale skin. So I'm using this with a contour brush from Real Techniques. And just applying it like a contour. And for blush, it is never the same on an everyday basis. So today I'm just using my MAC Mineralized blush, and this is in Gentle. And I think it was from like a limited edition collection, but I don't know. It's just a really pretty fall color. And then I will just go back in with my powder brush and then just kind of diffuse it a little bit, because sometimes I can get a little bit overwhelmed. And then for a highlighter, I have been using, as always, my Too Faced Candlelight Glow. This is the most amazing highlighter ever. And I'll most of the time just use my contour brush and just apply it on my skin. And then right there. Okay guys, so that is it for my foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave me your comments and thoughts on it in the comments below, and let me know what you guys' favorite foundation is of the moment. And if you want, you can upload a foundation routine and leave it as a video response to this, or inbox me or message me your link to the video, and I'll be happy to watch it because I love watching foundation routines. I cannot say enough good things about this foundation. It is amazing and super easy to blend, super easy to build, super full coverage, and feels like skin, and it's just so amazing. So I hope you guys were able to see how great of a foundation this is in this video, because I couldn't prolong it any longer. Like, I had to film this video with this foundation. I've been wearing this foundation and the whole routine that I showed you guys for the past week now, and it is just pure bliss, and I'm so happy with this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you later.